We are in the area where Junior was killed, and I want to show you right now. That is the block where that bodega is, where this all happened. You can see it's still blocked off tonight.
Yo, what is good, guys? It is your boy OJ the Demon. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Also, I want to say I've been going live on the channel almost daily, so at any time feel free to pop out and just interact with the community. I'd also really appreciate it. Now today we have to talk about one of the most disturbing cases of mistaken identity I've ever seen. Now this case actually went viral and gained traction all over the world. This case took place in the Zach Borough of New York, that is popularizing drill music once again. You probably already guessed it by now. This case took place in the Bronx, and if you're unfamiliar with the Bronx area or Bronx drill, in the Bronx, gangs run rampant. It can be a very violent place at times and a bunch of senseless bloodshed. As we talk more about this disturbing case, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. Definitely get in the comments, give me your thoughts about this case. Also, RIP Junior for sure. But without further ado, let's talk about it. Lisandro Guzman's Feliz, nicknamed Junior, was only a teen at the time of his murder when he was violently and brutally jumped and stabbed to death. Now I can't say the exact age because YouTube will weirdly disable the comments for some reason, like they have with some of my other videos for no reason, I don't know. But he was born November 11th in 2002. All his friends and family members recall him as being a sweet person, and he wasn't in a gang whatsoever.
The mother, she did say with the help of an interpreter that Junior was an innocent child. He was just 15 years old, and he was not part of any gangs or did not walk the streets with bad intentions. She also said that they should be punished in the same order.
He was raised in a loving home by both parents, and they were both fully Dominican. He also had two other siblings, a brother and a sister. Junior had dreams of being a detective, but unfortunately he'd never get the opportunity. You see, Junior grew up in a neighborhood that was prone to gang violence. Although Junior would never indulge himself with gangs, he'd unfortunately fall victim to one of the most disturbing, disgusting, and barbaric gang attacks in Bronx history. The gang responsible for this horror goes by the name of Trinatios, a gang that was founded by two Hispanic Riker Island inmates. Behind bars, the gang got so big that it spilled into the streets of the Bronx, wreaking complete havoc upon the city. Although Junior wasn't a part of the gang himself, he knew a couple people that were, and he'd often hang around them, cementing his face with the group. Now honestly, this is a warning to us to really be aware of who we hang around. I know this is cliche, but if you hang with thugs, they're gonna think you're a thug. If you hang with rich people, they're gonna think you're rich, and so on. Now let's dive into the horrific events that took place on June 20th of 2018. A little after 10 p.m., Junior left the house to go hang with a friend that lived down the street. Only a couple blocks away, he stood at the corner and talked to his friend. At around 11:30, they finished. Then Junior proceeded to walk back in the direction of his house alone, but instead of going home, he walked to Adam's place. Adam's place was a known hangout spot for the gang members. His goal was to link with his friend that was already there. On his way walking there, he texted his friend. His friend actually warned him not to come due to it being so late, and unfortunately he didn't heed his friend's warning. As Junior was walking alone, 4 cars slowly crept up beside him. People in the vehicle rolled the window down and started aggressively yelling at Junior. Obviously this is a pretty frightening situation to be in, so scared and confused, Junior ran. He ran into a local bodega to try and hide. Here we could see footage of the cars first approaching Junior. In this other surveillance angle, we can also see Junior running into the local bodega, and we could see him trying to hop behind the counter. The store owner was also alarmed and tried to stop him from hopping behind the counter, which is very understandable. He also had no idea what was going on. One of the guys that was inside of the car walked in the store and saw Junior trying to hide. He then went back out and told the rest of the gang. They all came rushing into the bodega, beating Junior before dragging him outside into the street. There were around 5 members wielding knives, and they all proceeded to beat and stab Junior. Now the entire attack was caught very clearly on camera. It was very horrific and very gory. I will not be playing any of the clips, and I'm pretty sure you can find it very easily on the internet. I recommend you don't watch it. It was very heartbreaking. The injury that ended up taking his life was a stab wound to the neck. It didn't kill him instantly. Somehow he was actually still alive. Holding his neck and gasping for air, he ran back in a bodega and asked the store clerk for help. Instead of receiving help, he was asked to leave, which is actually super sad and heartbreaking on its own. Like, how could you not help a teen and he's sitting here visibly in distress? And the store owner came out and said that this was in poor taste, and he really regrets this decision. Junior could feel his life ending. Running out of options, his last resort was to run to the hospital, and he'd unfortunately pass outside of the hospital. Of course, someone whipped out their phones and started filming his last moments. Also, there were 2 officers who basically watched him die, and they were both placed under investigation. The insane amount of mishandling in this case is outrageous actually. From all the injuries he received, the slice to the neck was the only one that was life-threatening. Doctors say if he received medical attention a little sooner and wasn't forced to run to the hospital, he would have most likely survived. The leader of the gang admits that this was a horrible case of mistaken identity, and this was meant for someone who looked similar to Junior because the doppelganger leaked the explicit tape with a female relative of one of the gang members, so he wanted him dead. All the footage from the crime scene was put on the internet and quickly went viral. The internet dissected the clips and were able to miraculously help identify every single person involved in this sadistic crime. In total, 14 people were arrested. 5 of those men were found guilty on first-degree murder. The man who is said to have delivered the killing blow to Junior was sentenced to life in prison, and the 4 others sentenced to a minimum of 20 years behind bars. To be completely honest, I don't know why everyone involved wasn't sentenced to life in prison. We do not need these guys to walk in the streets again to so carelessly carry out an act like this, taking the life of an innocent young teen. This case was very disgusting and downright outrageous. Let me know what you guys thought about this story down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It has been your boy OJ the Demon, and I'm out.